I'm a little different than usual this morning.
Good.
Yeah. It's watching story and fantasy and what's real and not real and everything.
Well, this is very hard to do because no perceived object, distinction, phenomenon, or identity is real.
Yeah.
So, life grows up in this deep marriage, this deep commitment, this deep endeavor to show up and pursue the optimization of this identity existence. Everything orients to purpose, and the purpose relates somehow to the identity existence.
Yeah.
And that is not a state where identity is being regarded as non-existent. So what is unreal has all the attention, and what is real seems to have no place in it. What is real doesn't exist according to time, doesn't exist according to circumstance, doesn't exist according to our perceived affections and aversions.
Yeah.
Without any morbidity, and I really want to stress that. There's nothing morbid about the truth.
No.
But it's like being walking dead, in the sense that things are happening, time seems to be passing, a phenomenon seems to transpire, but it ain't nothing. And that is such an enormous deviation from being a person.
Yeah. And then feeling I don't know, I guess I'm just seeing where my mind creates suffering. Like the stories it tells. Sorry, I'm a little emotional this morning.
No reason to say sorry. No reason to say sorry. Well, that's what our most intensive training gives. It's our most sober, sincere, rigorous, redundant training is to build a story. And to hold the future unfoldment of your story as very, very dear.
Yeah, and the attachment to like this fantasy, whatever you want to call it, that isn't real. And then, whatever has happened over the last few months, or as we talked about last time, like the voice, the voice getting stronger. It's like I can see where my mind really like starts to create suffering for myself. And then the voice is so strong now. It's like, I feel it's like this middle confusing state, but over it, it's not suffering, if that makes any sense. It's like, it just is an experience that's being experienced.
Yeah.
And it's not like devastating. It's not like my heart feels so open and loving for everything.
But there's a bigger there's a bigger opportunity here for you. Not to dismiss the value and the merit of learning that you can stand with a relatively cool dispassion and witness just about anything. I mean, ultimately, each one of us, without a friggin' doubt, each one of us is going to witness our own death.
Yeah.
And that's the thing that most people most passionately seek to never experience, and yet they'll be forced to experience it at some point. So to be able to dispassionately witness even the most egregious, distasteful phenomenon it has importance. But the bigger opportunity here is that, and you never know if someone is ready or when someone will be ready, but here's the real truth. Creating anything is creating suffering.
Yeah.
Right? Because creating is you will to select. You will to select, I never want to have another tooth extraction. I never want to have another root canal. And we willfully select and then pursue, I want to have this job, I want to have this affiliation with this person, I want to hold my biological child in my arms, I want. And and the human norm is to reverently affirm and admire and encourage the impulse to create. And really, that flies in the face of satsang. Because you ask yourself, who am I to cause this to be like so? Who am I to pick that this is what I prefer? In fact, the ultimate truth is, even the desire to foster satsang, to hold satsang, to extend satsang, even the desire to see satsang received by someone is foolish. Because in truth, nothing is excluded from satsang. The true state is not in need of augmentation. So you seek to initiate or create, and you have said to yourself implicitly, this will be better, this will augment, this will improve. I select this and I concentrate on this because it will bring about bettering. And that is the duality indulgence of mind.
Yeah, because there's that, I mean, on a more extreme analogy, it's just the same as people buying Ferraris and Lamborghinis to make themselves happy.
Yes.
It's just the mind trying to feel something, where that's where it was, like last night, I was crying for the suffering of creating that suffering within myself.
Yes. And I trust that creating suffering goes far within you. It goes far beyond the creation, aspiration, possible dissolution of a person-to-person relationship. Your whole life, you have been coached. You have been pumped up to select certain targets of aspiration and then create those aspirations.
And then I think of another song we had, we were talking about the personality identity, like, I just saw where, like, I can be me, like, I don't know, when I'm in that, when I see it, it doesn't last long, but, it's like that competitive warrior identity of, like, not letting my ego get hurt. And then, just really, I opened to a page of the Course in Miracles and, like, went into inquiry and was like, wow, this isn't it. Like, this isn't how I want to live my life.
Yes. Yeah.
Because I know what it's like not to.
The makeup of your identity, your electronic wiring, make it very impersonal. It's a machine.
Yeah.
The way your personality machine is built. Pain equals attack.
Yeah.
So you feel pain, that means something is biting you. You're being attacked by something. So almost instant construal that your machine makes. That pain means something's attacking you, and that means you have to mount a counterattack.
Yeah. Exactly.
And that will make the pain go away when you effectively counterattack.
Yeah.
And our whole lives up to a point of mystery, Our whole lives are designed to cultivate the skill of making our personality machine fit more comfortably and have less pain. It's like we're trying on shoes, and we refine the fit, and we refine the softness of the material that the shoes are made of, and pretty soon we have Nike Airs, and constantly looking to have a fit that minimizes pain.
Yeah.
But once you know that machine you're trying to get fitted for minimum pain is not you. It's a shadow you garb yourself with in your mind. It's like a non-physical piece of equipment that lives in your mind.
Yeah.
But the big scary thing the level of receptiveness that you're at. And I mean this very seriously. It's a very serious. It's the big kahuna. It's the big, big scary. If you consent to seeing that you are not the machine of your identity, then what the fuck will you be? And what the fuck kind of life will you have that way? And all clarity aside, the thing about identity is it's like an untrainable dog, like a dog that will never learn to sit, stay, come.
Yeah.
It won't.
Yeah.
And so the minute you get on a plane, or 5 seconds from now, your identity machine will start saying, so who are you with? Who are you going to be with? Who are you going to share your life with? You're just going to wander around alone? You need answers to these questions. What are the answers? How come you're not with anybody? What's wrong with you? That's what it will do.
Yeah.
You made a mistake